Hey everyone, welcome to the Unit 4 family video for second grade math. I'm your host Stephanie Conlin, an elementary math curriculum specialist here in CMS with the Learning and Teaching Department. Thanks for joining me. In quarter 2, there are two major units that students work on, Unit 4, and that's the focus of this video, and there's a second video for Unit 5. If you would like to view that one as well, that unit starts in quarter 2 and continues into quarter 3. So back to Unit 4. This is about addition and subtraction on the number line. By the end of this short video, I hope that you will know what your child is learning in quarter 2 related to this topic, how it looks, and some problems you can do at home to help your child. So what is Unit 4 about when we talk about addition and subtraction on the number line? What are we thinking about? Well, in this unit, students learn about the structure of a number line, and they use it to represent numbers within 100. They also relate addition and subtraction to length and represent operations on the number line. Let's think a little bit more about understanding the number line. Students learn that numbers appear from the left to the right on a number line. They also learn that the hops are the same size on a number line, just like they might see on a ruler. Students, by the end of this unit, should be able to find a number on a number line, even if the number line has some blanks on it. They can be able to show where numbers are on the number line, and they'll look to the right to find a number if it's larger than another number. They learn that as numbers go to the right on the number line, the numbers get larger. That supports their work with addition and subtraction as students begin to use the number line as a tool for understanding those relationships. Students see that each number tells the number of length units from 0, just like on the ruler. So this means that numbers to the left are smaller and the numbers to the right are larger. This also helps students indicate that whichever direction that they're jumping in would also let us know, are we thinking about addition or are we thinking about subtraction? The direction that the arrow indicates tells us this. So let's give this a try with a couple problems that you can solve at home with your child. We're going to solve these two problems that we see here. We're also going to be thinking about ways we can ask students to compare and contrast. What does it feel like and look like when we add on a number line, and what about when we subtract? All right, so we have two problems here that we are going to ask students to solve. And I've started out by preparing a number line for the first one, the addition problem that goes from 25 to 85. And part of the work that students do in the early part of this unit is counting by fives on a number line to find the numbers that are missing on the number line. And then they also think about how to count in between those groups of 5. And that's really going to help them, because the first thing students might do is start with 29. And they might find it between 25 and count up, 26, 27, 28, 29 is right here before 30. And I might label it 29. And I know that I'm joining 48 to this number here. And so I'm going to count up 48 more and see where I land. I notice that first here I can jump 1 and I'm at 30. And now I need to jump, let's see, I only jumped 1, so 48. Take away 1 is 47. So I got 47 to go. I think I'm going to count by tens and say 10, 20, 30, 40. Now I've jumped how much? I'm trying to jump 48. Jump up 48. So I've got my 1 here, and I've got 10, 20, 30, 41, and I want to count up to 48. So students might just count by ones from here. If I'm at 41, I go 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, and 48 hops gets me where? And I see that I've got 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77 is where I landed, right here at 77. That's where I've landed. So I could count all my hops here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And my other one hop here is 8. And I know that I jumped the right number of ones because I have 8 ones in my number. I have 4 tens in my number, so I should have 4 10 jumps. 1. To the right, we go 2. To the right, we go 3. To the right, we go 4 10. So I know I've joined these correctly because I started at 29 and I jumped 48 and I landed at 77. So the answer to the first problem is 77. Now let's go on to the subtraction problem. And then we might ask students to compare these two problems. All right, I had to switch my number line out for just a minute so that we could do this problem together, because I want to start with 55. So if you're going to help your child at home with creating their number lines, it's good to just know like the range of numbers you need. So for this one, I've used a number line from 15 to 75. I don't need to start over here at 75. That's just how long my number line was. But I know I'm going to start at 55, and my job is to count back 37 spaces and see where I end up. And 55 is really easy to find. I got 51, 52, 53, 54. It's right here, 55. It's already labeled for me. And I want to think about tens and ones like I did here for addition. That might be one way that these problems are the same, is I can think about how much I'm changing my start number by in terms of tens and ones. So I'm changing my start number by 3 tens and 7 ones. I really like jumping back by tens like I did for addition, so I'm going to start with that. But I'm going to jump back because the direction of my arrow tells me I'm subtracting. So I'm going back 10, and I have 3 tens in this number. So there's 1 10, here's another 10 from 45 to 35, and another 10 from 35 to 25. So all of these are jumping back 10 and 10 and 10, and that's 30. I need to jump back 7 more. And so some students might say, oh, I can jump backwards from 25 to 20. And that's a jump of 5. I can count back by 5. And now I have 2 more, 6, 7. And where does this land me? So I have a -1 and a -1, 20, 19, 18. That's where I've landed, is 18. So 55 take away 37 is 18. So like I said before, it's nice to talk with students about what's similar and what's different between our number line strategies for addition and subtraction. So here we have them, and in both cases I can see I'm jumping by tens, I'm jumping by ones. We notice that our arrows tell us which direction we're going in. So even though the arrows are pointing in different directions, it's nice to see those so we know what we're doing, that we're jumping up and we're jumping back. And if there were other ways to solve it, we definitely could. We could use a number line a different way. We could make much bigger jumps. I could jump 30 here. I could jump 40 here for addition. So my jumps could be bigger. My jumps might be smaller. But when I think about that, I might think about easier ways to solve. All right, so here's a little summary of the worked example that we just did together. So if you want to try these problems at home, feel free to take a screenshot of these problems so you can kind of keep them in your back pocket as you work through with students. I hope you found this Unit 4 family video helpful, and I invite you to watch the next one for Unit 5. Thank you, families, for joining us for our mathematics family video, and thanks for partnering with us at home. We're confident that with your encouragement and support, our young mathematicians will gain a wealth of knowledge and develop a strong foundation in math this year. And for more elementary math resources, you can visit the CMS website. Thanks, and have a great year.